Hello, everyone. Trevor Cartman here, and welcome back to episode 32 from Minnesota Twins Rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. Headset decided to disconnect. We're doing great. Unrelated to everything, how long have my title said Minnesota Rebuild instead of Twins? That's kind of hilarious. Let's take a quick search here. How long has that been a thing? Wow. Since episode 21, and no one has noticed. On that crazy revelation, welcome. Last we left off, we went through the first part of the off season. Free agency began. We made one, I would say, above average signing in terms of talent, one pretty big trade, and we currently sit on the cusp of blowing up our team composition for next season and swinging for the fences. But first, let us recap a couple things. First, in the rotation, after debating bringing back Framber Valdez, we decided to pivot and go with Shane Boz, who has not had a great save, it must be said. 2 years with the Orioles, last year with the Diamondbacks, ERA of 5.10 is a little bit grim. And while his run value percentiles weren't great, um, they've essentially just always hovered around grim. However, K percentage was really good last season. He hasn't gotten worse in terms of walks or home runs. He's just never gotten better. So pick your poison. But I think if you give me Shane Boz as our fourth starter, I can live with that. Think that's fine. What that does mean is that John Klein is moving to the bullpen, which I think is the best outcome for him. His stuff rating was only a 45 as a starter and moves to a 50 as a reliever. He did pretty well out of the rotation next season. He had a 2 WAR season. ERA was a little bit high, but his expected ERA was a 3.4, which isn't terrible. Walks were way down, Ks were up. So hopefully, if we can get him in long relief, I think that'll be good. That does mean that Zebby Matthews is going to be our fifth starter next season. Um, I'm a little apprehensive, it must be said, but the way I'm treating it is, he's up for arbitration, his last year of arbitration at the end of next season. I think if he's still struggling, he could be a guy that we trade because, at least for now, his overall potential is at a 50. But he could be someone we look to move. Um, he's been pretty good with injuries. Literally, he makes it to September and then he just gets hurt. But injury wise, availability, he's been good. He just regressed so hard last season. We'll have to hope for a bounce back. Elsewhere in the bullpen, we made a Rule 5 pickup. Alex Breckheimer from the Cardinals organization. I like him a lot. I think, obviously, right now, he is bad. However, if he hits his potential, sorry about that. If he hits his potential, he could have 470 plus pitches, great control, elite stuff. You got to take a swing. Um, Last year in AAA, he was a negative WAR player, but 265 BABIP ain't that bad. Ks were way down though to 7.2. I think that's the area of concern. He's definitely going to be our guy that we throw in when we need an inning and we're down by like 5 runs or we're up we're down by 3 runs, we're up by 5. Just where the game result doesn't really hinge on his performance. I think that is our current plan. We'll see how it goes with him. Matt Cantorino at the moment is kind of on the outside looking in regarding our bullpen. Obviously, he had the insane amount of back injuries last season, and then hamstring strain knocked him out from July on. So we'll see. It may just simply be a thing that he just starts in AAA again and probably wants to destroy me. Um, Now, let's talk lineup. So, we traded for Jacob Young to sort of solve our center field question. He's been with the Nats the entire save. It did pretty well with a little asterisk. Last season, he was worth 3 WAR, 740 OPS, 426 slug. He had 14 home runs and 27 doubles. We will take that. He also had an expecting batting average of a 280, which is in the 95th percentile. I really like Jacob Young. Defensively in center, he was worth 5.6 zone rating. He did have a negative 3.4 arm, which, again, he has an arm of 60. I feel like it shouldn't be that bad. But hey, I'll leave that to Out of the Park Baseball and how they do their defensive ratings, which will always annoy me. But alas, so he has one more year left on his arbitration. So he's a free agent after this season. The Nats are paying 25% of this season. So this is essentially like a 1-year prove it deal. If it works out, we might try to give him like a short term 3-year extension. If it doesn't, we wash our hands of it, let him walk into free agency and try to fix center field a different way. The trade for Jacob Young was pretty simple. We traded 3 pitching prospects. First, Ryan Gallagher. Nothing particularly impressive. Definitely a reliever with decent control, some okay pitches. Cole Pelch, who was the throw-in for the deal, he started in high A. It looks like they're moving him to reliever. Okay stuff. Could have good control. And then Andrew Morris obviously was the bigger get. He had 50 overall, 50 potential. It's just he never would pitch for us out of the rotation. He has one good pitch. That's not great. He'd been in AAA the entirety of the save. He accumulated nearly 115 starts. It gets to a point where you just got to trade the guy. So he is off to the Nationals. Currently, he's a member of their rotation, so that'll be fun. And we'll see what he could do for them. So I'm excited. I think in real life, Andrew Morris is rolling in the Twins bullpen. So kind of a different career for him here. But that is where things stand. And that brings me to the question of the day. Because at the moment, we have $28 million US available for free agents. Yordan Alvarez is still available. First things first, we're going to get a scouting report just to learn what we can learn. I don't hate the idea of trying to get Yordan in the building. Now, the problem with that is he has to DH. So that moves Gabe Gonzalez back to the outfield. If you look at his fielding run value, he cost us 12 runs out of 100, and he was in the 7th percentile. More specifically, he had a negative 4.4 zone rating and a range of 1.8, which is horrendous. Now, I don't love putting him back in the outfield. Alan Roden currently is our right fielder, and while his defensive ratings are worse than Gabe's, he did much better in right with us. Range of 2.4, 3.2 zone rating. Does have a negative arm, though. So, however, Yordan Alvarez is objectively a better player than Alan Roden. 30 better power, 20 better eye. Um, just an all around upgrade. However, getting him would essentially cost us all of our money. So here is what I have kind of talked him down to, which is 3 years, 28 million. I regret that. So let's change this. I think if we do 2 years with a pretty heavy team option between them, let's say he wants 2.8. I mean, I think this is fine. 28 million, we get, but it kind of seems like I'm bidding against myself as usual. What if I drop this to, let's say, 26? Let's say that. No. Okay. So that was kind of his line. So let's go back to 2, put the team option back. He wanted 2.8. Let's just increase it to 3. I mean, I think he's only 31. That's the thing. It's not like I'm going after age 34 Yordan Alvarez. Yeah, he doesn't want 2 years. All right. 28 million, 28 million, and then 25 if I decide to keep you around. If you get MVP, I will personally write you a check for $500,000. Wow. He just really wants 4 years. I don't want to do 4 years. Because my other concern with doing 4 years as opposed to, say, 3 with an option is like we are, I don't want to lock myself into a permanent DH for that long, especially when he may struggle. What if I give him an opt out after year 2? And then we'll drop that to 26. Because he wants 4 years, 113. 28 million in the first year, 29 in the second, a player opt out, and then a team option where if we take it, he gets 26 million for year 3. If we don't, we buy him out for 3 million. What say you? Dog. I'm not doing 4 years. Should I do 4 years to roll with it? Oh. Okay. Same idea. We're just going to move everything up. So he'll still get the player option after year 2. I'm fine with that. He had everything at 28, so I shaved off 3.2 million. So this can drop to 26. 28, 29, player opt out, 28, and then a team option before 26 million. And then if you win MVP, you get that. Four years, 111. I think for Jordan, that ain't bad. Now, his injury proneness is wrecked. I acknowledge this to be true, but we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. And my argument or my desire to also do this is, and I've demonstrated this before, if you look at our lineup, we have 3 players with 50 power or better. One of them, Leo Bernal, may not even be on the team. I need power somewhere. And so overpaying for Jordan might just be where we find ourselves. So we are going to advance a few days, just day by day, to see if Jordan responds. No, he just doesn't. Fair enough. Well, there goes that plan. Jordan signed with the Braves for so much less money. We offered him what, 111? So he signed for about 16 million less, but there's no options or opt outs. I feel a little insulted by that, Jordan. I feel a little insulted. All right, well, that was about the most wasted 5 minutes ever. All right, let's revisit everything then. So now that he's gone, the best player available is Stephen Kwan, who we're not going for. Byron Buxton, listen. What are his demands still? Yeah, dude. Like, no. Fundamentally, actually, no. He was worse defensively. That's the thing. I would consider bringing Buxton back, but he was so bad defensively that I think I can't play him in center anymore. So then what's the point? Now, how desperately do I need power? Do I want to bring in Eugenio Suarez? I mean, he's good for 35 home runs a year. That's not nothing. Did anyone play him at third this save? Yes, they all did. Negative 2.4. Yeah, so he's DH. I don't think that's worth it for the power. The rest of the bat just really isn't there. Do we go for Big Christmas? I don't think we go for Big Christmas. Because at this point, we're also looking for someone who would be worth the cost of moving Gabe Gonzalez out of the DH. I don't think Teoscar Hernandez is the move. I think Jordan was the one, but he took less money to go elsewhere, and that pretty much settles that. We could bring Byron back and DH him, but is that a world I really want to live in? Not really. He is very popular. We would get some semblance of a boost. I don't want to do 5 years. I can't do it. He's 35 years old. 2 is like my maximum. 20 and 20. Take it or leave it. I feel like this is a bad decision. Full send. Full send. 20 million. Take it or leave it, Byron. Oh, good. I got the scouting report back on Jordan. Nice. Oh, boy. Yeah, the hitting market is bad. The pitching market is still pretty good. No one has signed Aoki yet, which is kind of funny. We'll see if he wants to come crawling back to us. I feel like that deal, 2 years, 40 million, is not good for Buxton, but whatever. We have a trade. They want to give me Ben Joyce. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but why has he never played? Ah, he tore his rotator cuff, which caused him to miss the last 2 months of 2026 and almost all of 2027. And then halfway through 2028, he got elbow tendonitis and missed 3 months. I wouldn't hate Ben Joyce. What else they give me? Chris Koss. I mean, he's not a bad pitching prospect, but he has no good pitches. What do they want for him? Jason Wright, who I do like. I like him more as a reliever, and the AI keeps changing him to starter. I think to annoy me. I like Wright. I don't know if I love him though. What else do they want? Leonetti, they can have him. So this is a salary dump, really. Do I want Ben Joyce? I think the injuries are a concern. He's down to 20 stamina, man. I think I might be a no on Ben Joyce because, like, who does he kick out? Like Keckering is locked in, Yandre is locked in, Breckheimer I would like to keep because the potential's insane. And so then it's like, is Ben Joyce an upgrade over Connor Prelip? I would say yes. He's definitely an upgrade over Cantorino. Yeah. How much is he getting paid? 2.44. Let's see if I can get a different prospect than Chris Koss because I don't really care about him. Oh wow, they wanted okay, so they just don't value Chris Cross at all. I'll take him. No. Okay, so Chris Cross is like so bad of a prospect that uh, I mean he's also good insurance if somebody gets injured, but the 20 stamina is what really scares me. He has two good pitches. His control isn't good. I think I'm going to pass. I think we're going to pass. Let him walk. Levon Soto. Yes. Levon Soto is just going to be our like seventh infielder raking in AAA for his entire career. It's a beautiful thing. Mason Miller is still in the Matt Wallner being on the trade block is annoying. Like I just traded him to you, Red Sox. You're already going to get rid of him. Well, I'm going to go for Owen Murphy. I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do. All right, international amateur free agent signing begins. Let me really quick get fresh scouting reports on. Let's just do everyone here. I forgot to do this earlier in the off season. My mistake. There we are. Now I got to read this carefully to make sure none of this is about Buxton. Doesn't look like it is. All right. International free agent signing has begun. And everyone except these four. Okay. Let's take a look. So we have. How much money did I give myself for this? 715. All right. Let's take a look at the 80. Well, we don't know much, but he's also one of the guys that we're still scouting, so I'll pass. Manny Garibay. Garibay? Let's go with Garibay. I mean, his personality is a problem, but we know the stuff plays. The control is probably a touch worse. I wish he had a better personality. I'll circle back. Mm, I'm a little worried about that control from Ortiz. I mean, yeah. Defensively, he's not great, but he's 16. The power is real. Even if he's a DH, that might be the move. How much did this guy won? 650? Done. And then I'll make an offer for Lopez. 4.4 is fine. While I wait for the scouting report on these four. All right. How is he? Wow, we just know nothing about him, huh? Castellanos. Good Lord. No. All right. Hall of Fame voting results. Place your bets. Miggy was not unanimous. A-Rod makes it in his 8th year. Robinson Cano is second. Zach Greinke, first year ballot Hall of Famer. Fair enough. Buster Posey misses. Bobby Abreu was dropped. King Felix is dropped. Very sad. All right, we're ahead of the curve on those international guys. Yeah, no, I think we're gonna let other teams swim in that. All right, Alex Lopez has signed. Add him to my prospect list. I think hopefully his contact and eyes stay at 50, but even if they don't, he's an insane power bat, and we know the power is real. Defensively at 16, he's not that bad. I think the arm's never going to be good enough to play third, but he could have a future at second. I like that a lot. And Ricky Corrales has also signed. Very good. Solid reliever. Control we'll need to work on, but I mean, heck, I could put him in single A right now and he could be okay. All right, Travis Adams, who has been a prospect for us in AAA. Looks like he'd like to come back, which is good. Still no word on Byron Buxton. He is yet to even tell me if he favors the offer. Yep. Uh-oh. Aoki signed with the Nats. How much? 6 years, 290 vesting option for his age 37 season. All righty. Well, hey, he doesn't go in division, which is good. All right, Travis Adams signs. Ben Kasparius signs. He's a great get for AAA. Like, he is insane for the AAA level. Levon Soto signs, so our beautiful utility infielder has returned. Buxton. All right. He favors the offer. So we need to consider. Oh, he made the USA team for the World Baseball Classic. Nice. So, oh no, never mind. This just shows 2026 stats for whatever reason. So Yeah, we need to make a decision on whether we want to bring Byron Buxton back. I think it might be worth it for 20 million. However, he would be a DH probably. I just don't know. I think we do it. I think we do it. And if it doesn't work out, he is a very expensive backup. All right, Buxton has signed. I think we could look back on this and say to ourselves, my God, what a waste of money. Or we could look back on this and say, you know what? Pretty happy we brought him back. So we get Buxton back 2 years, $40 million, 20 million each season. I think we have determined he can no longer be a center fielder, which means he either DHs or we move him to a corner spot. Neither scenario do I really love. I think what this also does is really shores up our outfield cover. Where now, if somebody gets injured, we're not scrambling as much. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do, just position wise, really quick. So Gabe Gonzalez, DH, and I think we're gonna try Byron Buxton in right field. We're gonna move him, and I think him and Alan Roden are going to platoon. Think that is my official stance. He's not bad in cleanup. I don't care if he gets mad like he did in year one. He's not bad in cleanup. That's just fundamentally not happening. Like I ain't doing that. All right, let's look at lefty splits really quick. Pretty good against lefties last season. Rodin's sample size is going to be a lot smaller. Yeah, he didn't do great. I think here's what we're going to do. I think Buxton's going to be our starting right fielder. And then against righties, Rodin is going to get every third game. Against lefties, it's going to be Buxton the whole way through. I think that's kind of where I'm at. Who knew that after we tried and failed because he wouldn't waive his no trade clause last season, that we'd have Byron Buxton back? Who knew? Who knew? Man, if he doesn't work out, that was the worst $40 million we've ever offered somebody. I think it's like he expects to hit in the cleanup spot. Byron, you're not hitting cleanup. Like, no. I could maybe put him. Where do I want him hitting cleanup? I could just drop Royce Lewis down. Actually, yeah. Let's keep Byron happy. If he struggles, then we bail out of the idea completely. But I think we'll swap Royce down to 7. Also, his overall potential has dropped to 45. I'm just going to ignore that for the time being. So Walker 1, Keishel 2, Gabe 3, Buxton 4, Rushman 5, Young 6, Lewis 7, Culpepper 8, Mydroth 9. We have 2 lefties in the lineup. That's a tad scary. All right. Well, we are done spending. We're not quite out of money, but We're getting there. All right. Fresh scouting report on Alex Lopez. Yeah, good. The contact in the eye stayed at 50. That's what we want. I'm happy with that. All right. So we have how much remaining? We have 2 million remaining. We could also just go for Castellanos. I don't want Castellanos. Yeah, it's too many players. I'll just get fresh scouting reports on the 50s, and then if any of them look good, we'll spend the money. But if not, I'm happy with the 2 players we got already, so we can hold if needed. I can't believe we brought Buxton back. Oh boy, it feels like a mistake. Oh dear God. Well, Zebi got worse. He's dropped down to a 45. Oh boy. John Klein improved. Look at our boy. Mauricio Debonga. Well, Royce Lewis getting worse is a little scary. Jacob Young. I mean, his eye and his potential gap improved. I don't much care about him dropping to a 50. Alan Roden losing gap power. That is a little annoying. But so be it. Castellanos. I mean, he can't play defense. And his eye is terrible. I think that's a no. Where was the Jose Morales? I mean, let me get a scouting report on Jose again. We'll see what the home run allowed looks like. Oh, never mind. The Giants just signed him as I was staring at his screen. Never mind that. Ishmael Garcia isn't great. David Estrada, I just need to know more, please. He has a 70 catcher framing, which is fun. Always a good one. Oh, boy. Want to give me the fresh sky report on Estrada? Thank you. No, the Cubs just signed him. Oh, and he's good. Dang it. How much they pay him? Oh, never mind. They gave him $6.5 million. You know what? I'm good. That's my sign that I should stop trying for the international amateurs. 6.5. Okay, fair enough. They gave their entire budget to Estrada. That is crazy. All right, spring training has begun. Let me do this really quick. We're just going to copy it, paste it over. Whoops. All right, let's try to get through spring training with no one getting hurt. That is the goal that I have set out for us. No one get hurt. Can we all just stare at this developmental lab thing for a second? Only 1 out of 8 had improvement, and it was the one that we genuinely cared about the least. Merrick Houston, successful plate discipline. Oh, good. Actually, now that I think about it, let's call him up for spring training. But my God, no improvement, no improvement, no improvement, no improvement, no improvement, no improvement, no improvement. What a waste of my time. Oh, brother. Anyone hurt yet? Cancerino back spasms. Nice. Prelip. Okay, hold on. I need more relievers. Uh, Nazir White, go. And Gasparius, go. I need more relievers. Whoops. Oh God. Well, Conley early just got worse in every single way. Campos lost potential power. Nice. Luis, folks, he's looking good. Trenton Parrish improving too. Oh yeah, yeah. We're looking good. Mason Molina got worse. Don't concern yourself. Gomez got better. Oh, Trey Broussard got so much worse. Well, that's annoying, but so be it. Oh, and Matt Cantorino tore his rotator cuff. 4 5 months. Done. Well, yeah, that's not good. Man, he keeps getting hurt, dude. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's grim. It's actually terrifying. Jacob Young, I'll let him play through that. My God. How's Nazir White doing? You know what? Oh, he's played in 2 games because this is still there. Oh, brother. When's opening day? 29. We play the Phillies. Do we play anyone in October this year? No, thank God. We end against the Tigers. Sure. That's not going to be terrifying at all. The fact that the Braves got Jordan for $3 million a year more than we got Buxton is so upsetting. Like, I'm so mad that Jordan turned down our deal. It was a better deal. He got $5 million a year more. He got more freedom in his contract. Oh, Mikiko Watanabe, our star closer, is out 4 to 5 months. You're kidding me, man. His career is going to be one of the big what ifs in this save because he was on pace to be the best closer in baseball last season. Like, okay, now we may need to revisit that Ben Joyce trade. We genuinely may need to. Here's a question. Has anyone been waived in spring training? Didn't think so. Oh, brother. All right. It did anyone sign Tapa? The Rangers did. Fair enough. Damn. Well, our decision to not bring back a lot of our relievers like Sands and Funderbunk has pretty much backfired. We might trade for Ben Joyce. We might do it. I don't want to give up Roke. I'll give him Alvarado. Done. All right, we have Ben Joyce. That was a break glass in case of emergency deal, but he's in. I think we're treating this as a like 3-month acquire where either he works out and it's great or he doesn't and we're screwed. That also means I may have to reconsider Breckheimer because now our bullpen is just so much worse. Kasperius, you might have yourself a job, buddy. Let me compare those two really quick. Yeah, Joyce is much better. Well, our closer is out until the summer. Golly, man. He was so good. He just yeah, he had a partially torn labrum this time last season. Now it's a fully torn one. Anyone else want to get hurt? Just while we're on the subject and make me make crazy impromptu trades? I was joking, game. Royce Lewis out for 6 weeks. Man, he did so well with injuries last season. He only missed a week. Now he's out 6 weeks. Okay, so that's actually a fundamental problem because third base is okay, they're just not playing our backup catchers. That's lovely. Because third base is really the spot we don't have a solve for. Unless we play Alan Roden at third base, which for those who did not watch year 2 of the save, we played him at third base out of insanely desperate measures. And he was bad. Could just do that. Or we see what we have in Merrick Houston and just throw him to the fire. We could trot out Trey Morgan at third base. That could be what I do. Because realistically, I'm not going to find a better third base bat anywhere. Like, even in AAA, we don't really have anybody. Like, there's an argument that I call up Demaria Pena and give him the job, but I don't love that outcome either. Albertus isn't ready. Yeah, third base is like one of our big weaknesses. Hey, Quentin Young, you ready? Any third baseman still out there? Hey, remember when we didn't sign Suarez? Remember when that happened? I mean, early here they come. No. I think honestly, I like the idea of Miguel Vargas is available. I mean, he'd be not great third baseman defensively, but like I could do a lot worse. He does lack inner drive, which has been annoying. I kind of just want Miguel Vargas regardless. Who else was out there? Ibanez, no. Romy Gonzalez, no. 40-year-old DJ LeMahieu. Jose Fermin, let's run it back. Wow, no one signed him at all last year. That's a little rough. He wasn't terrible for us. I kind of just want Miguel Vargas. Like, get him in the building. All right, yeah, he likes it. All right, scouting report. Let's take a look. I mean, he's not terrible. He's average to above average and everything we need. His personality sucks, don't get me wrong, but I don't think we'll find a better third base option. Him and Trey Morgan can platoon. Think that's fine. What is his ratings against lefties? Slightly better in the avoid K department. I like it. I'm just going to go day by day in case he signs like tomorrow. Cool. Miguel Vargas. Hey, you know that minor league contract I just gave you, buddy? Welcome to the show. All right, now we have some lineup tinkering to do. So, or do I move Mydroth? No, I need Mydroth at second. He's just the man. He had a 9 zone rating at second. He needs to stay there. Okay, so Miguel Vargas at third. Let me compare the men. I can't believe we lost our closer and our starting third baseman in the span of me hitting advance twice. That tracks. I mean, they're just two very different bats. But I think if we can just get Trey Morgan going, that might just be the move. So I think him and Trey are going to fundamentally platoon like every third game. Similarly with Buxton and Rodon. How's Buxton doing in spring training? 1,000 OPS. The contract is looking genius right now. Yeah, now we definitely need Mauricio Dubon to be healthy, just from a purely defensive perspective. All right, last spring training game. Quit injuring my outfielders. All right. We're obviously not involved in the International Opening Day festivities. Can't believe we lost Watanabe for 4 months. Preseason expectation close to 500 ball. I mean, we'll do that. That's not a problem. All right, it is opening day, so we're going to do the customary reset fatigue on everyone and reset everyone's morale because that glitch is still in the game where unhappy players for their lineup position in spring training will still be mad. All right, preseason prediction. Where do we think they have us? Oh boy. 83 and 79. Fair. They think Luke Keeschel is going to be one of the top 10 hitters. They have no faith in our pitching staff. Oh no, Taj Gibson. Wait. You're telling me you don't think Taj Gibson is going to. Man. I disagree fundamentally with that idea. Riley Green is on the Dodgers. I mean, I'm glad he's out of the division, but also, good Lord, what do the Dodgers look like now? That's cursed. They got Volpe at short, Mookie Betts at first. Oh, Josh Young at third. Okay, never mind. I fear this team a little bit less now. They still got Shohei Snell, Yamamoto, Sasaki, Drew Rasmussen. Goodness gracious. How's Shohei doing? Yeah, fair enough. Oh, brother. All right. Whoops. Still on the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman coming off the bench. That's kind of funny. All right, we're gonna have to make a decent amount of roster cuts in 2 days. All right, let's make some cuts. So I need to cut 8 people. Let's get the obvious ones first. Eduardo down to AAA. How many option years does he have left? 1. Merrick Houston down to AAA. That should only have been his first option year. So, yeah, he has 3 left. Henry Mendez down to AAA. He might be close to out. Oh, he has 2 left. Okay. All right. So that's the easy one. That brings us to 31. Pitching, easy ones. Brandon Sproat. He may need to clear waivers. That's fine. If he doesn't, I'll be stunned. Nazir White down to AAA. That was his first option year. Kasparius has 1 option year left. I might keep him up. We'll see. So I need to get rid of 3 guys. 3. 1, 2, 3, 8. Kasparius, a reliever, is 1. Oh, I do need to. Oh, this is going to suck. All right, so we're back to the backup catcher problem. I still think it's Campos. Like Bernal, just for whatever reason, the bat. But he's too good for AAA. I mean, look at this. And I don't really want to trade Campos because I think the bat is real. He just struggled mightily. 2 option years left. All right. Bernal's going to hate me. So I think my plan at catcher is Campos has probably until the trade deadline. And if he's still struggling at the trade deadline, we might move him. We might. All right. That brings me down to 28. So now. Oh, how do I want to do this? And bringing back Buxton really has hurt this a bit, hadn't it? Because if I want to keep both Rodon and Erod, then I need to get rid of Dubon, which is a terrible idea. But that's where I'm at. Let's figure out pitching first. So really, it's a question of how'd Connor Prelip do in spring training? Aces, 0 ERA. All right, he's safe. Kasparius, aces. Ben Joyce, shelled in 1 outing. Mason did okay. How'd Klein do? He did fine. Kasparius had 1 option year left. I think I'm going to send Kasparius down, but he's likely going to be our first bullpen call up. How many players do I have in AAA right now? 27? Okay. Outfield, we're good. Infield, we're not. Catcher, we're fine. Caden Kendall, I am going to make you play third base. Good luck, buddy. Oh, boy. All right, we need to make a pretty big decision here. So, Miguel Vargas, I think we're going to at least give him a shot at third base because we might as well. Trey Morgan also subsequently needs to play. I really don't want to trade Erod, but that's kind of where I'm at. I think my problem with trading Erod is he's like one of only three guys in our entire org that I can put at center field and feel fine about it. But he's just been so bad offensively. And I also feel like the instant I trade him, he's going to start improving elsewhere. And I think Alan Roden needs to be on this team this year because defensively at right field, he's fine. His bat's good. So really, it's Erod. And I don't want to get rid of Dubon. We're so low on infield now. Or let's play this out. Keishel at first is now a lock. Trey Morgan back up first and third. Miguel Vargas third or on the bench. Mydroff, we can slide over to short. Keishel can go to second. We're just so thin, though. Let's listen. Does anyone want Erod? For prospects, though, but we already have a roster crunch. I don't need any guys that would play for us. Oh, this is a depressing list. Gage Wood, Colorado Rockies legend, legitimately in my rebuild last year. I mean, Kenny Gomez, wow, he's bad. What happened? Oh, I see. They kept him in high A and he died in 2027. Double A, he was terrible, and so he's just never gotten anywhere. Well, I'm going to be honest. This is fairly depressing list. Gonzalez ain't bad. His control is. Will Bush, I don't need another catcher. Kale Fountain is on a major league deal. Sailors is also on the 40 man. I could just acquire Gage Wood. Hudson Rowan. For whatever reason, they did not play him in 2027. Was he hurt? No. Okay. I don't know why they didn't play him in 2027, but I'll set that aside. I have a little bit of a concern about him as a starter, but I don't hate it. Do I think it's worth punting on Erod? Yeah. I'm gonna go for another prospect though, because I'm not leaving here with just one guy. Adrian Arizaga ain't bad. Good defensively. He was not great in high A, which is slightly concerning. Ah, there we are. Give me Matthew Potok. Give me him. You suck. Like I'm giving you Sean Duncan. That's a fun profile. He will give you 20 home runs, but by God, he'll strike out 300 times. Cooper Moore ain't bad, though he has one good pitch. This is just how I learned that the Phillies farm system is terrible. I like Muriel. I accept the fact that he's going to strike out a ton, but He could have 70 power, 60 gap power. He's not going to walk a bunch. He's had pretty good results in rookie ball. I like it. In exchange, Santiago Castellanos might be who I give up. Pampa, I like Pampa. I'll give him Ricardo. I could get out of the Buxton extension right here, right now. But no, I don't think I will. Ricardo, done. All right, this hurts. We're giving up on Erod. We're sending him to the Phillies. I think there is a world where Erod turns into a starting center fielder for somebody. But unfortunately, I don't think it's us. We wish him the best of luck. I mean, to be fair, it's not for lack of trying. Like he had 100 ABs in year one, 168 in year two, 224 last year, and he never had above a 200 average. 321 on base. His slugging was terrible. Like, I tried, just never worked out. So he is off to the Phillies. We also throw in Ricardo. Not a very great prospect. We get Hudson Rowan, who I like a lot. I don't know if I like him as a starter. I'm also going to have him in AA, not AAA, because good God. I'm going to try him as a starter, and then we'll see. And then we get Flavio, who could become a really. Why is he in AAA? Are you out of your mind, game? I don't even want this dude in single A. Yeet him to rookie ball. He could become like a future first baseman for us. He could. Not saying he will. Actually, screw it. Let's just put him in. Send him to Fort Myers. Either he figures it out or he doesn't. We're going to put him as a first baseman, though. I have way too many people in single A. I need to clear that out off stream. All right, so we got rid of Erod, which objectively makes our defense worse across the board. It's going to be a very sad day when Byron Buxton gets hurt 2 weeks in the season and we're back here again. Byron would then become our backup center fielder. Rodin, backup corners. I think that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to have Campos platoon with Rushman every 4 games. Everyone else is fine. Pinch hitters are going to be Trey Morgan and Rodin. Pinch runner. So that's the other problem. I've just lost my speed demon. So I guess Trey Morgan is now our best pinch runner, which is a terrible world to live in. Let me paste everything over. And then against lefties. Yeah, it's not great. I think I'm going to get rid of the rotation there. Keep everything else set. All right, that is our opening day roster. I did not expect a spring training acquisition of Ben Joyce to take place, but, here we are. He's effectively on like a 2-month contract because if he's not doing well going into June, July, I'm just going to either trade him or cut him, call up Kasperius, and we're back. All right, so team breakdown wise, not bad. I mean, Walker Jenkins, 22nd in left, Buxton 16th in right. Orion Keckering's the 21st best closer. Those are really our only weaknesses. Pretty happy overall. No one is like top 7 in anything, which is a touch rough. Rushman especially is plummeted in the catcher rankings, and I don't quite know how, but so be it. Keckering at closer, I mean, listen, he did it He was our backup closer for the past 2 years, so we're going to find out pretty quickly if he's worth extending or not, I think. All right. That is that. Rotation wise, I think Joe Ryan is our opening day guy, even though he is probably worse right now than Taj Bradley and maybe Conley early. But it's going to be Ryan, Bradley, Early, Baz, Matthews, Keckering, our closer, Joyce and Yandre, setup men, Breckheimer, Prelip, Montgomery, middle relief, Festa, and then John Klein, we're going to try out of the bullpen. And if it doesn't work, then Zebby Matthews. If Zebby Matthews is struggling as a starter and John Klein is struggling as a reliever, we may have to do a little flip. That may just be the move. David Festa making $10 million as a long reliever is rough. So financially, we are out of money for extensions, which is a bit awkward, but it's fine. Keishel is making 25, Rushman 22, Buxton 20, and then Royce Lewis, we're paying $17 million, and he's going to be out 5 weeks. It's fine. It's fine. I have a feeling I'm going to look back on the decision to give Byron Buxton 2 years, $40 million as a completely terrible idea. However, if it works, I'm a genius. That's pretty much where we're at. If it works, I'm a genius. All right. Huh? Non-Russ invitees. Oh, Miguel Vargas isn't on the 40 man. That's what that. Yep, I understand now. That's what it was. Miguel Vargas wasn't on the 40 man. I was wondering what that pop up was about. Technically, we could have waited a couple days, but it's fine. All right. Man, everybody's just playing before me. All right, let's get this party started. Philadelphia Phillies await Andrew Painter. Their opening day 70. Good God. And he's only making $5 million. God, arbitration is horrendous. You know, when you lay it out like this, our lineup really looks bad. Miguel Vargas, the opening day third baseman. If you had that on your bingo card, you should go play the lottery immediately. All right, opening day. Walker Jenkins, get us started. Citizens Bank Park in Philly. A fun time had by all. And we have a leadoff single. We're winning it all this year. Should I try running on Gabriel Moreno? YOLO. It's opening day. Let's run around. Nope. The man was thrown out immediately. Immediately. All right, Kishel. Down he goes. Gabriel Gonzalez, now the starting DH. Pops up foul. That tracks. That does indeed track. All right, Joe Ryan. Trey Turner in left field. What is happening? Oh, he hit him. How is Trey Turner? Yeah, like, what do we do? Did he play left field for them last season? Well, they put him in right field a bit. That's kind of funny. Well, this just in. Kyle Schwarber, still very good at hitting the baseball because he just thunks it into the warning track. All righty. Bryce Harper, swing and a miss. Aiden Miller, swing and a miss. Bryson Stott pops it up foul. Joe Ryan gets out of the jam that he himself created. Byron Buxton returning as a Minnesota Twin. And he lines out to third. Fair enough. Oh boy, I still can't believe I brought back Buxton. But hey, what can you do? Jacob Young, our new center fielder, grounds out to short. See, he'll fit in just fine. Clean second inning. Yeah, they have 3 catchers. I was like, wait a minute. Oh boy. Having 3 catchers while putting Trey Turner in at left is roster building perfection as Culpepper gets aboard with an infield hit. I will once again try to get a steal on the Golden Glover, and it works. Well done, all parties involved. And Jenkins grounds out to end our fun. Bottom of the third. Uh-oh, Trey Turner and Bryce are aboard. And Aiden Miller gets it down. Phillies draw first blood. And Stott gets it down. No one look at Joe Ryan's whip right now. It is undoubtedly grim. Moreno hits it to third. Vargas goes to second and first for the double play. That could have been disastrous. Yep, they have 6 hits in 3 innings. I hear that's pretty good. And the game is suspended due to bad weather. Fair enough. What an opening day showcase. Yeah, so in other words, it doesn't count, which is really good for us. What now, Phillies? That's actually hilarious. Well, okay then. Effectively a wash. Oh, I know we have to resume it. Dang it. Well, I guess really, I feel like it's silly to have Joe Ryan take it again. So we're going to get David Festa warming up, and then he'll just take over. And back-to-back K's. Make that free for 3 as Buxton follows suit. All right, we're going to get Festa in. I wonder if that's going to mess with Joe Ryan's like start numbers. No. Okay, good. All right, Festa, I believe in you. David, you are getting paid $10 million. God, that's insane. But it's fine. To be fair, he has been worth it. Whether he's worth it this year, I think that'll be up for debate. Jacob Young and Vargas at the corners. Culpepper hits it to short. They go home. And he is safe as Jacob Young. We're on the board. Maedroth hits it into left. It's down. Vargas will score. The throw is cut off. Where's your sense of drama? All right. Cut the lead to 1. And Walker hits it to second. No throw from Stott. Well then. If Walker would have been picked off there, I would have just taken him out of the game. Oh, swing and a miss from Luke. Gonzalez hits it up to right, but that'll be grabbed. All righty. Well, good news. We tied the game. Bad news is our star reliever is getting killed on national television. Moreno hits it to third. And they get him. Do I want him to face Brent Doyle? Not really. He's at 41 pitches. Let's go to Mason the lefty. It's a back to the pitcher. The throw in time. We're okay. We are A-okay. Byron Buxton, come on, buddy. Nope. The other, I think, case for signing Buxton to a 2-year deal is that greatly increases the chances he retires as a Twin, which I think is a good story. We might be in trouble if he's struggling this year and then doesn't retire after this season. Then we might have to make a pretty hard call. Clean sixth for Mason. He's only at 8 pitches, so I'm going to bring him out there again. Swing and miss. Culpepper might beat this out. No such luck. It looked like the ball was back further than it was, but whatever. And my drop flies out. All right, Mason, I believe in you. Good man. All right, I'm going to get both Ben Joyce and Yandre Warming, depending on if we take the lead or not. Walker flies out to that dreaded gap. Keishel has struck out again. That's 0 for 4 with 3 Ks for those keeping track at home. Gonzalez follows suit. All right. We're going to sit Ben Joyce down. We're going to give Yandre the ball for the 8th. Clean inning of work. No matter what, Keckering's getting the 9th. I am going to pinch hit for Buxton. We're going to give Roden the bat. And he struck out. Rushman flies out to right. All righty. Jacob Young is our last out for the bottom of the 9th. Struck him out looking. All right. Roden is going to go to right. Keckering will come in. I know Yandre's only on 7 pitches, but I really don't want Kyle Schwarber or Bryce Harper to show up this inning. All right. He gets Schmidt. Nick Allen at short. That's a fun one. A laser into right, but that'll grabbed. All right. Get Trey Turner. Good man. All righty. We turn our attention to the 10th. Jacob Young on second, which is where we want. I am going to pinch hit for Vargas. Going to give Trey Morgan the bat. And he struck out. Fair enough. Culpepper gets a board off of the Nick Allen error. That's tough. We're going to have Culpepper go for the steal. You know what? I got a bad omen on that. And Mydroth hits it to the one place he couldn't. They get our boy at home. And Walker grounds out to end that. All right, Keckering, buddy. You're going to need to do some work. We're going to have Dubon come in and take third base since it's unlikely that it would gets around to Trey Morgan, but you never know. Harper hits it into right. Roden can't get there, and that will be your ball game. Walked off in the 10th to open the season. Yikes. I mean, credit to the bullpen. Like, Festa allowed a run, but Montgomery, Yandre, Keckering did pretty good. Luke Keishel going 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Gabe going 0 for 4 with 2. Not great. All right, we turn our attention to game 2. Same lineup. Oh, but Campos is in because technically it's the third game because game one got suspended. That's hilarious. All right. Well, not quite the same as Campos is in to catch in game two of the season. Oh, that's kind of funny. Because I want to play Campos more now because Rushman's a little bit older. I'm not worried about injuries. And I'd like him to get a decent amount of ABs to where in July we can decide whether or not to cut him or keep him. Oi, quit hitting my guys. And Culpepper strikes out. Wah, wah, wah. All right, Taj, I believe in you. Maybe the Phillies are just going to like win it all. Maybe that's what we're discovering. As Aiden Miller grounds out, I'll take that trade as long as we get Stott. We did not, in fact, get Bryson Stott. Kyle Schwarber beats the throw. Phillies take a 2-0 lead. Brenton Doyle grounds into the fielder's choice. All right. Well, that was painful. Jacob Young refuses to take the walk and instead will fly out to right, as you do. Swing and a miss. Campos, that was in the opposite batter's box, to be clear. Vargas bats, I like when the AI takes out Rushman. They're like, you know what? Campos is a good enough hitter. Let's bat him seventh. All right, clean second for us. Or third, rather. Aiden Miller, don't do it. Culpepper's there. Got him. Cool. We turn our attention to the aforementioned shortstop extraordinaire. And he gets it down. Look at our boy. John Murphy. They have two Golden Glove catchers. There we go. Fine. Something good can happen when you swing at a 3-1 pitch, I tell you. It is indeed true. As Jacob Young has the RBI double. Campos grounds out to third, but you move Young over with only one out. I suppose that is a net benefit, especially when Meidroth hits the line drive into center. Tie ball game. Very good, very good, very good. And Vargas hits into double play to just end the dream. All right, Taj. Good man. Keishel is on second for Buxton. Hits it deep into left. And it's out of here in his second game back with the Twins. A 354-foot home run. We're back. The main man, the Minnesota man, has returned. Uh-oh. Hey, John Klein, get ready. I believe that Bradley can strike out Bryce Harper. I will gladly take an infield pop-up. All right, that'll be it for Taj, definitely, though. All right. Young is on second for Meidroth. A bulk. Move him to third. I've seen so many bulks in this game compared to previous out of the parks. Beat that out, beat that out. And he does the infield single. Look at Chase Meidroth. Couldn't hit a baseball last year to save his life, and now he's red hot. And Vargas hits into his second double play. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I've seen enough. Trey Morgan, congrats. You're playing third base for the first time in your career. Should I have done that defensively first? Probably not, but that's just where we're at, folks, as John Klein comes in from the bullpen. Oh, boy. I believe in you. Get there, get there, get there, get there, Buxton. Thank you. We're okay. Everyone can now exhale. Jenkins pops it up once again. Luke Keeschel, flat. You know, we're getting closer and closer to that wall, which tells me Gabe's about to have a home run. Not quite. He grounds out to first. Oh, boy. All righty, bottom of the seventh. I think in an ideal world, yeah, with Watanabe being out and losing our classic Cole Sands Justin Tapa combo, we really are out of backup closers. I'm gonna get Breckenheimer. Well, no, that's a terrible idea. I'm vetoing my own bad idea. We're gonna get Prelip warming up. But if John Klein can get me 2 outs, that'd be great. Because then Prelip can get me the last of the seventh and all of the eighth. And then who knows? I might not need a closer. Very good. That was a full count, though. Yeah, he's at 36 pitches. That'll be it for John. We'll bring in Prelip, lefty on lefty. Struck out Schwarber. All right. We go to the eighth. Dietrich Ends, Tigers legend. In real life, I believe he was just DFA'd by the Orioles. So help me if the Tigers claim him. I will say words. Culpepper gets aboard. Good man. Go for the steal. Easily done. I mean, last year we led the league in steals, so we have a reputation to maintain at this point. All right, Campos. Not great. Not great from the lad. All right, Prelip, the eighth is yours. Sweet. Now, who do I want out of Ben Joyce, Yajir Rojas, or Breckenheimer for the save? I think Ben Joyce is just the correct option there. Ideally, though, if we could score like 2 runs, that'd be great. Maedroth gets us started. To be fair, if we score maybe a run or 2 here, I may bring in Breckenheimer and hope he doesn't give up a solo shot. Jenkins strikes out. Not good. And Luke Keeschel hits it into right. Caught in foul territory. All right. Well, folks, Ben Joyce is in for the save. Oh, man. This just proves that, any good plan. Oh, brother. Well, this go good. This just proves that any plan will get blown up in spring training. Watanabe gets hurt. Cantorino gets hurt. And now Ben Joyce has given up a triple to Brenton Doyle. And Schmidt hits it into center. I mean, Joyce is either living or dying with this. Like, Breckenheimer is worse in every way. And Rojas, if I pitch him, I have no bullpen arms for game 3. So this is just where we're at. Pick him off. Oh, they did. Look at Campos showing off the arm. And Nick Allen grounds out to end that. We get the win. A little bit scary there at the end. Maedroth went for it 3 for 3, man. Good on him. And no errors for Trey Morgan playing third. That's the most important thing, in my humble opinion. All right, let's go to game 3. Yeah, lineup wise, I'm going to, let's see. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. Trey Morgan's going to be in at third, and everyone's going to hope that he doesn't have too many errors. All right. Gabe's on second for Buxton. Down he goes. If Buxton can have a renaissance year, that'd be awesome. Uh-oh. Trey Turner leadoff double. I'm not worried. Is that George Springer? Line drive into left. Fair enough. Did he even play in the first couple games? No, he did not. They have George Springer coming in off the bench. Aiden Miller hits a the arc and animation of that ball made it just look not real. And Harper gets it down. So Conley Early has yet to get an out. That's a little bit worrisome. He 4 for 4 on hits thus far. Hey, got Moreno. You should be ashamed of yourself, Gabriel. Stott's going to have a sac fly, but that's fine. Brenton Doe gets the easiest steal of his life. Or no, excuse me, Bryce Harper. Really? Brenton Doe is the one up to bat. And that's going to score him now. Never mind, he doesn't run on Jenkins. Schmidt gets aboard with the chopper. Is it bad if your starter's at 40 pitches in the first inning? All right. At this moment, we all need to acknowledge that Nick Conley Early's ERA is going to be terrible for 2 months. We just all need to make that abundantly clear. As he has given up 7 runs in the first inning. Okay, so I'm not saying this game is a wash, but all right, he got out of the second clean. I'll see if he can get me the third, then I'll pull him. Trey Morgan gets it down. Meidroth does not go home. The correct decision with no outs. Keishel gets it down and left. We're on the board. We're going to cut away at this lead inning by inning and inevitably lose by 2. Gabe hits it up, but that's going to get grabbed. Trey Morgan takes third. That looks scary. And Buxton goes down. All right. Oh, boy. All right. At least Conley gave me 2 more good innings to help save my bull. Hey, remember when I traded away Erod 30 minutes ago? Oh, he's suspended. Jacob, we're down by a bajillion. I can't have you doing this. So yeah, pretty simple. Buxton's going to go to center. Roden is going to come in and take right field. What a stick. You know what? Get revenge on Nick Allen. Strike him out. Bang. And he got in the line out. I mean, I might as well keep Early in until a guy gets aboard. Because at this point, I just need to save my bullpen every bit I can. Can he get Springer? So that's a no. He could not. All right. We're going to bring in Breckheimer for his MLB debut against Aiden Miller. And Aiden gets aboard with a single. It's fine. Rushman with an error moves Miller to second. Bryce Harper is walked. Moreno hits it hard to third. Trey Morgan. Look at the defense from our converted first baseman. Oh boy. Trey Morgan at third is just objectively a cursed outcome. But here we are. Also, Byron Buxton at center field at this point is very bad. I could have just brought Dubon in and had him play in the outfield, but where's the fun in that? Keishel hits it hard into right and gone. 2-run shot for the first baseman. We've cut the lead to 5. We're getting there, folks. And Gabe strikes out. Or grounds out of shit. All right, Breckenheimer, you got this. He might not have this. Get there. Thank you, Walker. All right. I'm gonna get Yandre warming up. And he walked Nick Allen. All right, Trey Turner's gonna be the last batter Breckenheimer faces. And he walked him too. All right, Yandre. Please God, don't let them score. Well, there's that. Good throw in though. And they got Nick Allen at home. So they get the 1 run. Rushman's at second. Culpepper hits it up to center. No dice. All right, Yandre, buddy. I need you to get the 6th. Good man. And the 7th. Good man. And then Joyce for the 8th. And then we'll be out of here. That is effectively my plan. I'm going to pinch hit for Gabe here. We're going to give Campos the bat. Yeah, that went about as well as expected. All right. Thank you, Yandre. That was huge. Ben Joyce for the 8th. Good man. Rodon and Culpepper are aboard. Remember when I said we would claw back and lose by 2? Hear me out. Hear me out. Bases loaded. Trey Morgan. Swing and a miss. Come on, Walker. Hit a grand slam. Make me prophetic. Nope. Yeah, that was painful. I mean, how many times do you win a game when you go down 7-0 in the first inning? Somebody give me the historical stats on that one. Teams are probably like 1 for 72. Oh boy. That was rough. That was painful. All right. Ooh, Hudson Rowan. I'll tell you what. I don't know if he'll ever make it as a starter, but he might not be that bad. We'll take that. Kenton Deverman got worse again. Dude, I need you to have a good development at some point. Oh, Ronald Hernandez got worse. That might be the end. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when we traded for Hernandez, we thought he could be our future catcher, but unfortunately, he just is just dying development wise. That hurts. All right, Cleveland. I got Shane Baz, my, at the time, marquee free agent signing. All right, so Buxton is moving to the bench. So Rodon will take over in right field. I am fine with that. And man aboard for DeLauder, who hits it into center. We're just incapable of scoring first. Think that's just kind of where we're at. You know what? You got this, Shane. See? I was never worried. Jacob Young's aboard for Rodon, and he walked him. I'll take that. Mydroff hits it into right. Caught at the track. Uh-oh. Cal Manzardo on second. And Jonathan Rodriguez hits it all the way to the corner. Not great. Jose, who they've moved to third, or to first, I should say. Who do they have at third now? Oh, Boston Barrow? Really? You're moving Jose to first for that? Really? He had a positive zone rating last year. An abomination. Solo shot from Walker Jenkins. That'll play. Shane Baz already dead tired after 4 innings, but we'll just choose to ignore that. Kalen Culpepper is batting fourth, by the way. Definitely caught that. So I guess when Buxton goes out for Roden, the game is like, hey, what if Culpepper is now our fourth best hitter? Why not? As Alan Roden with an RBI double. Let's keep it moving. Meidroth walked him. Vargas grounds out to third. Yeah. All right. We're going to go John Klein for the fifth. Clean inning of work. Can he get me the sixth? Yes, he can. I think that'll be it. We'll go to Mason. I think especially because this is our first time using him out of the bullpen, I don't want to risk calamity. As Young, I assume, flew out. Phenomenal camera flip there. Michael Kopech in out of the bullpen. Remember when people thought he was going to be the next big star? Those were the days. Also, remember when the Tigers would not trade Michael Fulmer for Gleyber Torres? Yep. All right, clean seventh from Mason. He's on 14 pitches. I'm going to bring him back out. Swing and a miss from Meidroth. I'm going to pinch hit for Vargas. We're going to let Dubon take the bat. And he struck out. Fair play. And so does Walker. All righty. Dubon's going to take over at third. I'm going to get Prelip warming up, but ideally Mason can get me this. Good man. Nothing for us in the eighth. I'm going to get Keckering out there. Because I'm treating this like a save situation. Because I think if we don't score in the ninth, obviously we lose. But even if we tie it up, still think we probably lose. Jacob Young, here we go. Solo shot ties it up. He hits it up to center, and it's over the jumping head of Mr. Churio. All right, Jacob Young's on second. Let's see if we can bring him around. Roden hits it into center. That's down. The throw towards home, not in time. Tie ball game. The go-ahead run is on first. I'll take the ground out there because it moves him into scoring position. Dubon hits it high into right field. That's not going to help anybody. How many pitches is Keckering on? 12? Okay. Come on, Walker. Walk him off. No such luck. Well, this is what I didn't want. We go to the 10th with a already insanely tired bullpen. Love that for us. Austin Wells choosing to bunt like the coward he is. Moves Arias to third. Churio strikes out looking. Boston Barrow, who I insulted earlier, hits it to first. The relay in time. All righty. We just got to score Walker Jenkins from second and we win. Keishel hits it up to left. Not a problem, he says. 396 feet. We walk off the Guardians in 10. That'll do nicely. That'll do. Again, really good bullpen. 6 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 6 Ks. I think our bullpen so far is looking good. Again, extremely early, small sample size, but still. All right, let's dance. In game 2, Zebby Matthews on the mound. I am a little scared, it must be said. But here we are. I would like Rodin to stay in the lineup, so we're going to DH Buxton here. Give Gabe the day off. Rodin goes to right and bats third. I think Buxton as the backup DH is kind of where I want to live because I think it's more important that we find out whether Rodin can be our right fielder for the next few years. No. Chase the louder. Barrow gets the steal. The louder goes down looking. Very good. Manzardo. Oh, brother. That's fair. Wild pitch scores him. Don't walk Manzardo. And he does. Jonathan Rodriguez hits into the fielder's choice. That felt like the road of most resistance from Meidroth, but we'll take it. All right, Keishel's on second for Rodin. Once again, the ground out to first with 2 outs that I don't love. And Buxton pops it up to right. Caught. You got this, Zebby. I don't think he does. Between me and you, I don't think he does. There we go. He gets Austin Wells at least. Churio hits it into center. Caught by Jacob Young. Very good, very good, very good. Nothing for us in the second. But Meidroth is aboard. Walker hits it up to center and bye-bye. Very good. 413 feet. He didn't even need the... Wait a minute. No, the short porch is still there. Okay. For a second, I didn't see the short extension. And I was about to lament because we had so many home runs to that little thing. Oh, that would have been sad. Clean fourth from Zebby. Can he give me the fifth? He can indeed. All right, that'll be it for him. With Zebby, we can't get greedy. Pretty good start. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 8 Ks. I think, again, as I've always said, if your 5th starter gets you 5 innings, 1 earned run, I'll take that. David, please. Thank you. Because the other problem we're going to run into, if David Festa struggles, he is on essentially an untradeable reliever contract because he's making $10 million, which is insane. Because he's not going to be up for saves either, so he won't have that to increase his value. So we need Festa to work this year. Freshman grounds out. We go to Jacob. And he follows suit. All right. I'm going to start with David out there. We're going to get Prelip warming up if there's trouble. No trouble at all. Miguel Vargas. The fact that if you had told me, the starter for agency, that our opening day right fielder would have been Byron Buxton and opening day third baseman would have been Miguel Vargas, I don't know what I would have said. It really is like the worst outcome. But here we are. All right. That'll be it for Festa. 2 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 4 Ks. More of that, David. Prelip for the 8th. Good man. And now, I guess, we're going Ben Joyce again for the save. Poor Keckering. I keep playing him in non-save situations only because they're extra inning games and we need him. Walker flies out. Luke strikes out looking. And Rodon goes down. All righty. 1-run game. Hey, Jonathan, are you better or worse against lefties? You are better against lefties. So that is it for Prelip. Ben Joyce coming in to face J-Rod, J-Ram, and whoever they pinch hit for Arias. All right, he gets Rodriguez. And, well, Jose Ramirez hits a ball off the short porch extension, and he is on second. If that ball is 5 feet higher, it's a home run. Yep, they pinch hit with Velasquez, and Joyce hit him. Benjamin, may I call you Benjamin? I need you to do better. Is it too late to say that Joyce failed his physical and we can break the Angels trade? Is it too late? Tie ball game with Jackson Chourio up to the bat, and he walked him. Well, that's it for Ben Joyce because, yes, his stamina is that bad. So Alex Breckenheimer is aboard on to face Barrow. Gets him to hit the second. They go home. The animation looked like he was out. All right, they do get him, and they get the double play. Neither runner looked like they were out on the animation, but I'll take it. All righty. Buxton. Yeah, he can hit here. Hits it deep to left, but no such luck. Rushman. I'm tired of these extra inning games, man. My bullpen cannot take it. Looks like we're having another one. All right, Breckenheimer is going to try to get me the outs, and he balked. Mother. To be fair, it's his second ever game. We can't be too mad. Sack fly to Walker. Is this going to score him? No. Boston does not move. A bunt. That's fine. Did they double him up? Yes, they did. Luke Keeschel, listen. Give him a medal. We will not be bunting because we are not cowards. As Vargas grounds out, but he moves Jacob. That's fine. All right, here we go. I mean, I'm just going to steal on Austin Wells. I don't. Why would you walk Culpepper in that situation? He's like one of the fastest. You know what? I'm not going to question what the AI chooses to do. They walk Mydroff. Okay. Bases loaded. Walker Jenkins. 1-1 count. The pitch. The swing down into center. That scores the go-ahead run. We have walked off the Guardians again. Oh, boy. I mean, shout out to Breckenheimer. 1 2/3, got not one, but 2 double plays. Very impressive. Ben Joyce, by the way, not very impressed so far. He might be a guy we cut in like a month. No one claimed Brandon Sproat, which we figured I may just release him. Because, it really comes down to, do I want him to be our 5th starter in AAA or do I want Mason Morris? And in all honesty, that answer might be Mason Morris. Because Cudrona, we want. Molina, we definitely want. Luis, Charlie, they need to be there. I might just cut Spro. Nah, I'll send him to AAA. I'll let the AI figure out what to do with him. How'd Charlie Soto do? Really good. Because remember, Charlie Soto missed the entire season last year due to injury. So his days as a starter might be done. Like his potential's dropped to a 45 for crying out loud. So, but we'll see if he can at least ramp back up and maybe have a future as a long reliever. All right, we're going to sim the finale against the Guardians. And we lose 3-5. Luke Keeschel had an error at first, and that was a 3-run difference. John Klein, 2 2/3, scoreless. Look at our long reliever extraordinaire. Very good, sir. Yandre did pretty good. Montgomery threw 2 pitches and got 1 out with a double play. That'll do. Don't look now, but Gabriel Gonzalez has 1 hit in 20 plate appearances. I'm not worried at all. Oh boy. Let's check on let's oh wait, what nope. I misspelled his first name. Shame on my family. Why did I think this would be faster? But now I'm committed. They put him in trip. He's in double A. They put Erod in double A. That's upsetting. I thought he was going to play for him. To be fair, this is the same team that has Trey Turner in left. So, do I really expect competency? That's rough. Yeah. My other argument, he did clear waivers, it looks like. My other argument was I thought a team would claim him if I tried to waive him. And he had a 50 potential, so better I trade for somebody to get something there. Well, that was depressing. All right, we're going to do, I think, the series against the Cubs and the Tigers. And then I think that's where we'll stop for this episode. Let's play game 1 with Taj Bradley on the mound. I am going to give Culpepper the day off. Should I play Dubon at short? Is that really what I want to do with my life? Not really. Let's go Mydroth to short and then Trey Morgan at second. I am just going to turn Trey Morgan into a utility infielder or die trying. It will be ugly. His zone rating might be hideous everywhere, but we're going to try. We're going to try it. Solo shot from Matt Shaw. Fair enough. Oh, brother. And solo shot from former Twins catcher Miguel Amaya, who we traded back to the Cubs. He didn't do great last year. This year so far, though, he's looking good. Good for him. If we didn't have so many catching prospects, like I would have kept Miguel Amaya as our backup catcher for probably at least 2 more years. But fundamentally, we had too many catching prospects that need to play. Matt Shaw hits it down and left. That'll score a third. Anyone else noticing a worrisome trend where none of our starting pitchers are doing good? PCA grounds out to first. I believe in you. Nope. Down we go in the second. And 2 men on for Teodosio. Swing and a miss. Can we get a double play? No. The answer to my question there was a no. Miguel Amaya struck out looking. That's huge. Can we get Bregman? No, we cannot. And Taj Bradley, we were debating him as our future ace because right now he's our highest rated pitcher because he's rated at 60s. And last year he had a 3.6 WAR season. So we'd prefer it if he pitched well, if I'm allowed a preference on that sort of thing. And Jefferson beats out the chopper. Matt Shaw hits it into left. Walker's there, though. We're okay. Miguel, hit a solo shot and I'll give you a contract. No dice. To be fair, I mean, if Miguel Vargas can work out, I think that helps us a lot because the one thing we do not have is a succession plan for Royce Lewis, which is part of the reason why I gave him the contract extension. Like, we just don't have a backup third baseman outside of Quentin Young, who's only ever played at high end. David Festa, I believe in you. See? Never worried. That moment when you're happy the lead is only 6-0. Boy. Chase Dollander saved from Coors Field. That was one of the funnier things from my Rockies rebuild is Chase Dollander was arguably had the best single season of any starter I ever had in like the 10 years of that rebuild. And then he got hurt and just was delegated to reliever the rest of the way. It was very sad. All right, Festa, you got this. Good man. Like David is going long. Like the man is getting paid 10 million. Like John Klein, I don't want to go more than like 1 2/3, 2 innings. David Festa, I might try to pitch 3 innings. Like you're making 10 million, buddy. Go out there and prove it. And Buxton's hit. Don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. We're okay. Oh, if Buxton ever gets hurt, like early in the season again, it's gonna be sad. All right, David. Well, there goes that dream. Do I want him to face Teodosio? Nah. Let's go Breckheimer. Get him in. The kid, the wizard. Gets the pop up. Very good. I like when I drafted Breckheimer in the Rule 5 draft, I made the point of saying he's really only ever going to come in when we're like up by 5 or down by 3. And I put him in extra innings last time against the Guardians. Oh, boy. What a time to be alive, eh? Clean 7th, though. Good man. Ooh. Meidroth, Jenkins are aboard. Walk him. One of these days, my guys will take 3-1 walk, but not today. Come on, Gabe. Hits it up into left and gone. 3-run shot from our slumping DH. 6-4 ball game. We're going to pinch hit for Buxton. We're going to give Roden the bat. Go for some contact here. Very good as he gets the line drive single. Rutschman gets it down to, now we're talking. Come on, Jacob. Swing and a miss. I'm going to sit Prelip down so that he doesn't get tired. Trey Morgan gets it through. Run, Roden. Run like the wind. And he's safe. 6-5. We're clawing back. Wild pitch moves him over. Oh, how I want Miguel Vargas to be walked. And he is. Bases loaded. Chase Mydroth and his 1,000 OPS on the season hits it up to right, but that's not going to do anything. All right. Well, we cut the lead. 1-run ball game. Rodin will take over in right. Prelip now, ironically. Okay, good. I thought it would be cold. I was worried. All right, we're just going to bring in Prelip to face the top of the Cubs order. Clean inning of work. And then I'm going to get Montgomery and Keckering warming up, depending on if we score any runs. Good start. Walker hits it into left. I think we might just live in a world where our offense needs to score like 6 runs to win every game. Come on, Gabe. Yeah, that does move him over. No such luck. All right. Since we're losing, assuming third baseman Bregman gets there, he does. All right. Keckering can sit down. We're going to go Mason Montgomery for the 9th. Mason. All right. Bregman's out at the track. Okie dokie. Top 9. We got Rutschman, Young, and then I might pinch hit for Trey Morgan, depending on the circumstance. Jacob Young is hit. I'm going to try the steal on Miguel. Relax. I'm going to let Trey Morgan hit, but I'm going for the steal. And he's there. All right. Come on, Trey. Chopped it up. Man. What's the point of putting you in the lineup? Vargas takes another walk. Mydroth goes down swinging. We lose 6-5. Who knew that being down 6-0 in the 3rd inning would have negative consequences? He gave up 11 hits in 3 innings. What is his whip? 2.16. Fair play. All right, we're going to sim game 2 with Early on the mound. We win it 7-3. Very nice. Only had 4 Ks the whole game. Early doesn't do great. He doesn't walk anybody, but only 1 K, gave up 3 runs. Breckheimer pitched again. Look at him, folks. Dude, if Breckheimer is good in year 1, like, sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. Ben Joyce got the hold, and Yandre they brought in at the end. Very good. We'll sim game 3. I'm tired of the Cubs. Oh, my days. So we lost 3-12. Shane Baz got destroyed for 5 runs. Connor Prelip gave up 3. And Mason Montgomery's ERA is now dead for a bit as he allowed 3 hits, a pair of walks, 4 runs, did not get a single out. John Klein, 2 2/3 again. Look at him, folks. Yes, we did unfortunately just get eviscerated. All right, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Zebby Matthews on the mound. I'm simming it. I don't even want to look at him. And we lose 1-4. Dang. Only had 2 hits the whole game. Zebby got popped by 3. Breckheimer again good, but Festa gave up a run. Not great. Not great, folks. All right, we turn our attention to game 2. Nobody is tired, but I think we need to do some things. Campos is going to come in for Rutschman. I'm going to give Vargas the day off. We're going to have Mauricio Dubon take over at third. Everything else is fine. Oh, boy. All right, here we go. Joe Ryan on the mound. Reese Olson still going strong for the Tigers. All right, Keishel's on board for Gabe. Hits it up to center. That's going to be out. All right, Young and Mitre out there aboard. Campos hits into the double play. Wah, wah, wah. I'm not worried. Famous last words. As Culpepper's aboard for Jacob Young, who grounds out to third. Max Clark's aboard. I'm not worried. See, it's fine. Oh boy, the mist of doom has arrived. But still, no runs have been scored. As Gonzalez hits it into left, I am not going to run with only one out. We're going to see if Culpepper can get aboard. And he does. Bases loaded, Alan Roden. And he hit him. That's rough. It scores the run. We take the lead. Jacob Young gets it down in center. Max Clark has a heck of an arm, but not enough. Mydrot strikes out. That sucks. Campos hits it up into center. That's down. One run will score. In comes Roden and a 2 RBI single for our catcher extraordinaire. Dubon grounds out, or into a fielder's choice, rather. Very good. Oh, whoops. I was not clocking Joe Ryan's pitch count. That's on me. Sorry, Joe, but hey, 5 scoreless. That'll do. Oh, boy. Kerry Carpenter struck out. We're okay. Yeah, I don't have a great bullpen right now in terms of fitness and stamina, but a beautiful double play helps us there. We're okay. All right. Luke's on third with a triple. Gonzalez takes the walk. Culpepper batting fourth again. Lines out to third. And they get the double play on the line out. Man. All right. I'm going to let him face Kyle Stowers. Hits the fly out. Very good. Very good. Can he get Ryan Ritter? Indeed. Can he get Owen Casey? Indeed he can. All right, great. That saves me a bullpen arm. Mydrot's on second. Campos takes the walk. Finally, someone doesn't swing on the 3-1. And Dubon pops it up. He has yet to get a hit this season. All right. Oh, how do I want to do this? I keep using Keckering in non-save situations, and it kind of comes back to bite me, but I think I just have to. So we're going to do Ben Joyce for the 8th. You know what? This might just turn into a save situation. Nope, we're okay. Carpenter flies out to right. Any insurance runs for us? No. All right. Keckering on in the ninth. And Kolke would lead off double. You know what? I'm not worried. Well, Keckering just got hurt. That's fun. 2 men on, 1 out. Owen Casey pops it up, foul. Dubon makes the catch. Dylan Dingler, the last out. Struck him out looking. All right, we win 4-0. Keckering's injury is a sore back for a week. Yeah, so he'll just probably not get as much run. That's okay. All right, last game we'll play against the Tigers here. Everyone is tired. All right, so how do I want to do this? Yeah, I think Dubon at second is fine. I really don't want to do Byron Buxton again in center field, but that's just kind of where we're living right now. Gabe. Last season he was better in left, so Gabe will take left. And then who do I want leading off? Do I go Dubon for the contact? I think I will. We're going to have Dubon lead off. And then Campos will DH. And then Mydroth, Jenkins, and Jacob Young all getting the day off. But Mauricio Dubon is our leadoff hitter, which, again, if you had told me at any point. Oh, boy. All right, Taj. Redemption start. Clean-ish through 2. Nothing in the third. Oh, boy. You got this, Taj. Oh, they scored a pair. All right, we may need to revisit some things here as Trey Morgan goes down swinging. Sonny Gray dealing. As Culpepper also goes down swinging. Roden going to make it 3 for 3? Indeed he is. All right. Come on, Taj. Give me the 5th. And he allows a solo shot and then a double. Lovely. At what point does this just turn into the office and I stare at an imaginary camera? Like, y'all, his ERA is a 9.24. All right, he gets Dylan Dingler. That'll be it for him, though. That'll be that. Nothing for us in the 6th. David, thank you. We'll go Montgomery for the 7th. Actually, no. David, get the outs. Thank you. Save me a reliever. All right. We'll go actually Yandre, not Mason. For the 8th. I mean, dude, you're just gonna have to get there. Oh, wild pitch scores a man. Harry gets it down. Both men will score. Well, Yandre has allowed 4 runs and only gotten 1 out. And he's walked Ryan Ritter. So, joke's on me. The illusion of choice. Mason Montgomery will feature either way. And that'll be that. We get blanked 9-0. I mean, Festa, Montgomery did well, but Taj Bradley sucked. Rojas got popped. Trey Morgan had his first error at third base, for those keeping track. So that there's that. And we drop to 5-7. I think now what I'm going to do, I don't usually do this, but YOLO, I'm going to sim the entire 4-game set against the Royals. We're just going to sim through, see what happens. One, it has to create pictures for the draft. This might take a second. Everybody just get a tea, get a nice snack, some chocolates, maybe some nuts, cashews, perhaps. I accept it makes the save files bigger and it does take the game a touch longer to load through, especially on like this. But having it where every drafted player has a picture, I think helps make things feel more quote unquote real. Whereas like Football Manager, the regen photos, the models they have are terrible. And a lot of guys just have black silhouettes and that's just doesn't really help anybody. But hey, we get the win 5-4 in 12. Good God. Ben Connor Prelip gets the win. Connor Early didn't do great. Breckheimer again, elite. Unstoppable. All right, we'll sim game 2. And we win it 9-3. That'll do. Looks like Luke Keeschel got the day off. Miguel Vargas, Adley Rushman had their first home runs of the season. I mean, hey, if we can get Miguel Vargas going, I'd be a very happy man. Shane Boz gave up 8 hits, 3 runs. It's fine. Breckheimer again, folks. Is he the greatest reliever in the history of baseball? 3 wins in 10 innings. Ben Joyce gets to hold. Yandre with the save. We just have a closer by committee system here. Oh, we lose game 3, 3-11. Zebby got popped. John Klein got popped. Festa got popped. Though he had to pitch. Yeah, they had to pitch 51 and 45 innings. Our bullpen is just dead right now. All right, let's sim the finale. And we lose it in 10. Prelip gets the blown save. Joe Ryan did pretty well. But down we go all the same. And then Buxton is hurt for 4 days. I mean, it should be okay. 2 of that will be this and then the off day. So that's all right. Andy Lugo gets player of the week in AAA. Nice. Where are they playing him? First and right. Okay. Jacob McCombs is doing well in AAA also. Very good, very good. Happy with that. Happy with that. All right, so I simmed all 4. We won the first 2 and lost the next 2. Very depressing. Quite sad. But here we are. So we are 16 games in. We're 7-9. Offensively, let's just look at some stats here. I think overall, we're looking okay. Luke Keeschel having a sub 300 on base is scary. Adley Rushman hitting 119 average with a 403 OPS is cause for great concern. Gabriel Gonzalez also is starting pretty slow, but he's had a handful of good games recently. Pitching, I mean, where do you start? Bradley sucked. Early sucked. Boz has sucked. Zebby sucked. Our bullpen has had to pitch an insane amount already. It looks like we're going closer by committee at the moment. Little scary that, but here we are. But that is where I will end off. I think I will play through the White Sox, Orioles, and Rays series off stream. So then we'll pick up next time at the end of April with the Rangers and we'll see where things stand. But if you had told me that we would have brought back Byron Buxton and signed Miguel Vargas to be our quasi starting third baseman, I would not have believed you. And yet here we are. Never a dull moment in the Minnesota Twins rebuild. But I thank you all for watching. This will probably be at 4 episodes until I think Friday. I'm going to try to have another episode then, but I am working this weekend, unfortunately, so probably won't have any episodes up then. But we'll keep on keeping on. So I thank you all for watching. See you next time.